kind of breezing through it as well, but even still.
I know, man. I think I've done too many topics. Oh, wow.
Well, it's good though.
It was right. We just kind of stayed to the point. You said chippy choppy. Welcome to PlayJam podcast number 2. Today is the
12th of July 2009.
Yep, and as you know, we've actually come up with a name now for the podcast. I'm your host Shabran, and I'm joined again by
Idris, aka Ido, aka Mr. Flo.
So what have you been up to today, man?
I've had a busy morning today. Actually, I've been cleaning all the windows in my house.
Okay.
Because they've been so dirty since it hasn't been cleaned for how many years. So I was cleaning them this morning. Good exercise, actually.
Yeah.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Same, man. Just cleaning whatever's bloody dirty, man. It's just whole summer. Just need to do spring cleaning, I guess.
It's the time to clean, man.
Yeah.
In the weekends, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's get started. The first topic is Two Worlds 2 is being created after a lackluster original. What do you think? What do you think of this? Do you think they should have just brought out an expansion, or do you think this entire new game is worth it?
I think if they're gonna make it a lot different and a lot better than the first one, then I think it's worth it.
Did you get to play the first one?
I didn't play the first one. I saw a couple of demos, trailers and stuff, but It wasn't really my thing. It was an online game, wasn't it? So
No, it wasn't online. It was just like a replication of Oblivion, but it wasn't done well. It was too buggy. The story, just the way you play out the missions, it wasn't coherent. It wasn't consistent, and and the visuals, like they were saying, it's going to be this huge open world. But comparing it to Oblivion, the visuals were kind of lackluster. But from what I played of it, I played about a good couple of hours. It was okay, nothing special, but I guess we can hope for something.
Was it like a co-op game or single player?
No, it was pure single player.
Just pure single player. Okay.
It was just literally a replication of Oblivion, basically. Next, 1 versus 100 beta on the Xbox 360 started last week, I think it was.
Yeah.
Have you had a go at it?
My Xbox Live actually just ran out last week, so I didn't get a chance to try it out. But I've heard really good things about it. You were telling me you tried it out or something?
Yeah, I played it Friday, because I think it started here in the UK, so it's Friday evenings and Saturday evenings.
Okay. So it's only like 2 days a week?
2 days a week, yeah, because I'm assuming if they're going to do it every single day, and because they're actually giving out prizes, like I said to you, someone won 5,000 Microsoft points and someone won 3,000.
Pretty good, man. That's good.
Yeah, can you imagine if they're giving that out every 5 minutes? And
that's true.
Still, so I guess Friday and Saturday is fine, but overall it's quite addicting. It's first I played, it took about a good 5 minutes to get into the match, and not match, the round, and
so is that? Can you actually see the 100 people who are
you can literally see 100 different avatars sitting on the stage.
Cool, man. That's so cool. But what if someone disconnects or something?
Then they just disappear from the seat, and then whoever's waiting in the queue takes their place. So the waiting can sometimes be quite long, depending on if you start right at the beginning, or after a while it does kind of get tedious and it does kind of get tiresome. So people leave maybe halfway through, but in terms of the way it's set up, it's actually pretty good. I mean, the waiting time between each question is minimal, and even when they have this stat tracking thing going on, that lasts about 20-25 seconds, and you're straight away back into the game.
That's good, man. You don't want to be waiting around, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it, chippy chop.
Next topic is Left 4 Dead 2 is getting a demo. Pre-order customers get an advanced access. Personally, I think that's pointless. The people who are pre-ordering the game anyway, they don't need the demo because they already laid down £40 for it already. It should be the the people who are on the fence on getting the game should get the access first. So
I think everyone should get access first. I mean, they shouldn't just give advanced access to...
Do you think that's kind of hurting the sales in terms of, when it comes to, certain people can access a demo before, anyone else?
It might only appeal to more of the hardcore fans of the first game. It might not appeal to a newer audience, which I'm guessing they would want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think in that sense it's not a good idea just to give advanced access to people who have pre-ordered the game.
Yeah.
People who probably played the first one.
People who already like the game,
Yeah, which is why they pre-ordered the second one.
Yeah, exactly.
So in terms of, finding new audiences and stuff,
it's
kind of not the right way to go about it.
Okay, yeah, I agree as well. The PS3 bundle is coming with MGS4 and Killzone 2. People are saying that Sony need to reduce the price of the console, but do Sony even need to, because they're bundling two games which are worth almost $100 on its own? Then doesn't that kind of save you the money?
It does kind of. I mean, in that if they're gonna give games away with the console,
and they're not just any games, they're actually first party games, and they're worth full price, $50-$60 each.
Obviously they're not the newest games still, but
they're
still really good games.
No, they're still awesome games. I mean, even
Killzone
2 came out a couple of months ago, or I think 3 or 4 months ago, sorry.
Yeah, so I mean, if they're always going to give games out with the consoles now, then I guess they wouldn't have to reduce the price of it.
I mean, over time you do reduce the price because manufacturing costs get less. But in terms, I mean, obviously they're losing money on every console they sell apparently. So I guess people should see it in terms of not, we're paying $500 for a PS3. You're paying $500 for a PS3, 2 controllers, 2 or 3 amazing games, and maybe a Blu-ray thing, which was the case in the beginning. People just don't see it that way, I guess.
A lot of people don't see it that way because compared to the Wii and the Xbox 360, it's a lot more expensive. I mean, you can get a Wii now for, what is it, 170, 180? 170, 180 pounds, that is.
Quite cheap.
And Xbox 360 you can get the arcade one now for almost £100.
Even cheaper,
And considering the PS3 is about £300, £280, something like that. You can get a couple of games with that. Even still, that is a lot more to pay. And for a lot of young gamers, financially it's not easy for them to fork out a lot of money, which is why they go for cheaper consoles.
Especially now with the climate of the credit crunch.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, it depends on the financial situation of the person.
Next, Cliff Bleszinski sees role-playing games and shooters merging in the future.
Who's Cliff Bleszinski?
He's the guy who part of Epic, done Gears of War.
Right, he's Epic,
Yeah, so he is Epic, I guess. Yes, he's saying that role-playing games and shooters will one day merge. I mean, we're already seeing it in Fallout 3. I mean, that's kind of a first-person shooter, and it's got RPG elements in it.
Another good example is Mass Effect. I mean,
Mass Effect,
that's a pretty good shooter as well.
Yeah, exactly. Even Gears of War, I mean, obviously it doesn't have the stat tracking, but really, if you think about it, maybe he's hinting at Gears of War 3 having a RPG system, but you can see it. I mean, you can see it working.
You can definitely see it working because shooters on their own, sometimes you think, it's just so simple, run and shoot.
Yeah.
Whereas if you add a more of a tactical RPG element to it, kind of makes it a more complete package in a way. I don't know. That's how I see it in a way.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Mass Effect worked really well and Fallout 3 worked really well. It was like a deep RPG initially, but with good shooter elements.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it worked really well, and I don't see why it would work the other way as well, where adding RPG elements to a shooter. I think it would work well that way as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good step forward, because after a while, I think the FPS shooting genre will just kind of get stale. Adding something new, and it's not. To be honest, it's not. Like I said, it's actually happening right now. But then obviously someone actually speaking out and saying that we should have more of these